Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are hearing. Now, on to today's story. Ita for not buying a birthday gift for my spoiled cousin. Reposted on suggestion of the mods. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I have 3 cousins under my uncle. 2 are not related to us by blood, but are the twin daughters, 22, of the woman he married, Joyce. Both girls had trauma before with their biological father that led them to some terrible behavior, and they were both pretty shallow and selfish. For a long time I did not like either of them, though I tried to get along. Recently, due to my own situations, I'm back home and one of the twins, Paris, has been trying to reconnect with me. Despite my suspicions around her change of heart, she has been supportive and there for me during my tough time, and we've been opening up and addressing some old wounds. I have not fully forgiven her, more for the things she did to her younger sister, than to me, but I'm willing to entertain her friendship or the familial bond she's trying to establish. Her sister has been the opposite. I won't get into it. But she's been awful and is not happy her sister isn't acting as her little minion anymore. Anyway, they just had a birthday pass and I decided I would get Paris something for her birthday. I normally do not buy presents for them, just their younger sister Brianna, but this year Paris is up under me a lot and I decided to buy her something because I felt like it. I bought her a couple RWBY statues, cause she's into that. I had bought these a couple weeks back, just because I was feeling a little positive about things. There wasn't really a party or anything, just had dinner with our families, made pizza from scratch. Mom made a cake that wasn't a cake. And it was rather informal. Now since I was buying statues, I bought Brianna one, since she is also into RWBY, and gave the 2 I bought for Paris to her. She was very happy. For London, I slid her a $20 gift card from Barnes & Noble. London asked if one of the figures were for her and I told her no, and pointed out she wasn't into RWBY, or anime, or games. She's the kind that scoffs at the stuff. She said so, it's her birthday too, and all she got was a crummy gift card. I was gonna tell her that I wasn't obligated to give her shit, and only gave her the gift card cause I had in my wallet from Christmas. Instead I told her I don't really know what she wants or likes, and that we weren't really close enough for me to be giving gifts. She had a bit of a meltdown and it got ugly. Everyone was trying to calm her down and Paris suggested she give one of her statues to London. London said she didn't want one of her nerdy toys, she wanted a thoughtful gift like Paris got. It took a while for everything to calm down, and afterwards, my aunt and mom accused me of being the butthole. They said I can't give Paris a thoughtful gift without getting her one. I told them I don't think about London, I don't owe her shit. A gift is a gift, not an obligation. I didn't think Ita until my mom and aunt started getting on me. Now I'm not so sure. Emo, NTA for not getting her a present. She sounds toxic AF, and like she made your life miserable when you were younger. That, and the fact you don't have a relationship with her, means you don't have to celebrate her birthday if you don't want to. However, it wasn't smart of you to give her sisters thoughtful presents in front of her, that was asking for trouble. Not saying you need to get her anything, just that in the future it's probably better to give your other cousins their presents while she isn't around. That's like, I dunno, sneaking around? If you have to hide something, then you're probably doing something wrong. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong at all. Your aunt and mum clearly don't fully understand the nature of the relationship between you and your cousin. It's less about sneaking around and more about avoiding unnecessary drama. You could, for example, make a date to go for coffee with Paris, and give her a present then. Something like that, to avoid London being a drama queen. I agree with Too Tall. is not sneaking around to pick the right time and deliver the gift in private. It is just being considerate of other people's feelings, reading the mood and following unwritten social protocol. Personally, I think gift giving should be a private matter anyway, as is nobody else's business what it is inside the package. And the recipient has time to process the gift and their feelings. Also, giving publicly implies expecting public gratitude and/or judgment, and opinions in my eyes. The exceptions could be Christmas in the intimate family setting as it expected. Even then, it depends on the circumstances. But this is just my opinion. I'm a bit confused. Would it not have been seen as just as bad to pretend I didn't have a gift while everyone else is giving a gift, and then wait till later? Like, that would mean that I thought about it ahead of time, and then I really should have gotten her something if I was gonna put that much thought into it, if it was just to keep the peace. Well, if everyone else gave the gifts at the same time, I understand that it was hard not to follow suit. I just don't get why people have to make a show out of gift giving. I find it uncomfortable, and unnecessary. However, you gotta follow the social clues, so I do not think you are at all. I agree with what your reply to them was. Now that you know how things work with them, be discreet next time. If there is a next time, I guess. Next time I ain't getting her shit. Ignore the criticisms here. You did nothing wrong. Exactly. I totally agree with you /too tall to function and you /raffles 79, it's not sneaking around, but avoiding unnecessary drama. You know how London is. You knew that there was a chance that she would be upset, and maybe subconsciously you thought screw it and screw her, maybe even not so subconsciously, haha, going to give this a light error, because she has done a lot of shitty things to you and others. But in reality you didn't need to give the gift in that way. And just a reminder, every time you engage London like that, you give her, at least in her own mind, and maybe in your mom's and aunt's minds too, just a little bit of justification in being a horrible person, since everyone is out to get her. It doesn't mean she's right, mind you. But most times we need very little to justify our own actions to ourselves. NTA? She got the gift that she should expect. If she doesn't make the effort to get to know someone, she can't expect personalized gifts, exactly like gift cards. Tell your mum and aunt that she is not a little child and they need to shut down her tantrums and not enable them. Tell them that people don't buy gifts for people they don't know and/or who they aren't friends with, and London is old enough to be told this, and understand this. Just because her sister gets a gift, does not mean she is entitled to one. How she treats people and the relationships she develops will determine whether people get her gifts or make a real effort when getting them. Tell them that people in the real world aren't going to coddle her if she has a tantrum because she hasn't gotten what she thinks she's entitled to, so they're only going to make things harder for her in future if they don't expect her to behave better. As can be seen by London's reaction, sometimes people track to stuff so poorly that sneaking around is acceptable. In fact, if anything, some assholishness could be inferred by how you publicly gave two thoughtful gifts you knew the two sisters would like. But that's very mild assholeness and not enough to call you an asshole. Side note, please tell me the names were fake and the twins aren't really named London and Paris. 1. Brianna got her gift early in the morning as it had nothing to do with the birthday. Like I was in the store I bought it, but the online version of that. 2. No, but they are named after cities and these are some of the most valley names I've ever heard for girls. If you have to hide something, then you're probably doing something wrong. Not necessarily. You could be hiding from abusive family/friends, for example. Just because you have to hide, it absolutely doesn't have to mean you're doing something wrong. NTA? At first I thought you were going to say you didn't get the other twin anything, but you did. Why is everyone ganging up on you for doing something nice, and not twin number 2 for being an ungrateful brat? I understand they had a lot of trauma, but that doesn't give them full reign to act like selfish brats. You could never be tar in this situation, no matter what gift you got for twin number 2. NTA, you are close to Paris, so choosing a gift was easy. London still got a very nice gift and just wanted to make waves. Paris shares interest, and is into things I know about. London doesn't interact aside from me being her latest focus of discontent. She's always been like that. I'm not sure why everyone thinks I should have given her a thoughtful gift. I don't want to ask if that's just a woman thing, cause then I'd be a sexist ass. But my uncle and dad are just noping right the duck out the situation. Your dad and uncle just don't want to pick sides. Probably because they understand why you did what you did, albeit they don't necessarily agree with it, and don't want to escalate anything. And believe me, it's more about leaving London out than about the gift specifically. It's about London feeling excluded from the family/group, because you know what Paris and Brianna like, and you don't know, and clearly don't care, what she likes. The reason he is the focus of London's discontent is he blurted out a trauma of London's to the rest of the family when it was supposed to be secret. I'm the focus of London's discontent because she thinks I'm standing in the way of her sister being her little minion again. She's not shy about telling me why she's pissed. I'm keeping them apart and turning her against me. Here, trauma or me revealing it hasn't really been her axe to grind with me. You however seem to have an axe to grind with that situation, and I must say, get over it. I did the right thing. Smart men, not picking a side, even agreeing with you would come across to them as picking a side, means no one can blame you. They likely sided with you though, to be frank. NTA? You are correct that you aren't obligated to give her anything. You said it yourself, you don't even know what London likes. Why is she complaining about a $20 gift card? You had a good intention when you gave it to her, so you're fine? I didn't exclude her on purpose. I just didn't think about her. I didn't go, oh hell yeah, gonna get Paris something and FCK London. I was like, oh, Paris birthday coming up, I guess I could get her something. London didn't even factor in my mind at all. NTA? Her reaction is exactly why she shouldn't get anything. Okay. Overall NTA. But in future give gifts privately, not at family dinner. The family was giving out their gifts, this was designated gift time. You are fine and did nothing wrong. The rest of the family are being weird. How are you supposed to buy a thoughtful gift for someone you barely know? NTA, your cousin is spoiled and entitled, your family are also TAs for raising and enabling that. You still gave her something. Actions have consequences and you don't owe them presents. You are still mending relationships. How can you give her something thoughtful if you hardly know her interests anyway? Did she consider that maybe if she acted differently she wouldn't have gotten just a crummy gift card? I personally love gift cards if someone doesn't know me well. NTA, you gave her a gift card so she still got a present, then she complained about it. Complaining about a present is horrible manners. With a GC they could choose what they like. No one should support a kid complaining about a gift. I can't edit the main thing because of the rules, but she's not a kid, she's 22. Worse then, because she is an adult who still hasn't learned manners. It's just sad. Sorry, an adult had a temper tantrum, they didn't like their gift. Info, Paris is up under me a lot. What does that mean? It just means she is in their space a lot. The phrasing makes me think it's more tolerated than welcomed. But Paris is the one op likes. She has been supportive and there for me during my tough time. This year Paris is up under me a lot and I decided to buy her something because I felt like it. Yes, but the way he said he hasn't fully forgiven her, just entertaining her attempts. I feel like he could do with or without her support/familial bond. It's only been a month or so, gonna take more than that to work through years of resenting these girls for being really, really shitty. But I'm trying to accept that maybe she's grown, instead of her circumstances meaning she needed someone given her current life situation. It's a turn of phrase used in my culture a lot. It means every time I turn around there she is. She been staying at my parents' house. NTA? Talk about entitled. You got her something that you didn't need to. NTA? You gave both cousins a gift. Yes, they were different but for a rational reason. NTA expecting a gift just because your sibling got one, is the behavior of bratty children, obnoxious teens, and absolutely dreadful adults. NTA as an identical twin myself, not even my sister's BF gets me a gift when it's our birthday and I don't expect him to. Would it be nice? Yes, but I'm not very close with him, so I don't think I deserve for him to get me anything just because he got my sister something. Your mom and aunt probably think that you should give them equal gifts because they're probably still treated like that, not realizing that no one owes both of them something if only one gets it. Natar, you need to make sure they stop reframing it. You did get her a gift. She had a meltdown because she didn't like the gift. That is on her. If anything, I'd be insulted she related to poorly considering you've never given her a gift before. This gift was thoughtful because you are letting her get whatever she wants, instead of guessing and getting her something she doesn't like. I was going to comment that Op was the bad one because he did not consider the feelings of the other twin, but then I read in a comment that she is 22 years old, she is already an adult, you do not have to have a compromise with her, it is her fault that Op is not close to her, who does not know her tastes or has consideration for her. She is an adult and must face the consequences of her actions. Op, you are not the bad one. I hope this experience will make your cousin mature and improve her attitude. NTA. People with shitty self-centered attitudes should understand how lucky they are to get anything. And I've been following your posts, and London Def qualifies as having a shitty attitude. I have compassion for her childhood trauma and abuse, however lots of people have childhood trauma or abuse and grow up with the ability to have empathy for other people and even show appreciation. Shame on her for being a snotty drama queen. And also, I hate to say this because from everything you've said I can tell your parents are awesome people, but in this instance I don't quite agree with the way your mom, and especially hers, handled it. I would have told her it was the last acknowledgement of a birthday she'd get from anyone if she can't be gracious in the slightest over any gift. Why on earth would anyone get her anything? It's too bad she's too old to be grounded. And it's rare times like these I actually wish spanking would make a comeback. I'd have actually taken the gift card back. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Have an awesome day or night, wherever you are.